Hi everybody, my name is Paige and this is Ali and we just wanted to fill you in on what's going on with Expat Education as well as what is it all about. So if you are a teacher or a parent of a child that's in kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade, then I would really highly consider paying attention to all of your resources with Expat Education because communication skills is just so important and all of the connections that communication leads us to. Okay, so I'll just give a quick introduction of who I am so you know where all of this is coming from, and then just lead you down to figure out your choices of how to further connect with your students and with your children, as well as encouraging them to think broader around the world. So my name is Paige. I am an avid traveler. I've been to over 40 countries and I've also taught and mentored in 10 countries. I did my student teaching in Australia, then I went to China, then I went to Croatia, Italy, Romania, Serbia, Ecuador, Fiji, the United States, and Indonesia. And so I have a lot of experience working with kids all around the world. And just to say I've taught in those countries isn't just to say I've taught with children of those countries. Just the place in Croatia was over 50 countries included. So there's so much content and so much knowledge, so much passion that comes through experiences that I'm really motivated, inspired, and excited to share this platform with you, because I don't say all of these things to brag. I say these things because I can really open your mind as well as your students and children's minds of opportunities, and that those opportunities are your experiences and being open to the world around you, especially as it's so accessible and sometimes too much in your face. But we'll learn to regulate our own opinions, emotions, reactions, understanding situational awareness through so many different experiences throughout the course. As I really take you with me throughout the course, you'll go to 10 different countries with me, and I talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I say this because children really need access that's authentic as well as transferable skills. They need to see why our education matters. There's so many ways that we can get connected with people around the world, and it's just getting more global. So just turning on these courses is a way to kind of check in with the world around you, go outside your own bubble, which the goal is to relate to people around you in a different way, where I bring more perspective and questions to along with the digital mentors. So that's something important to include as well. It's not just me, but also people I meet along the way that share their thoughts, their expertise, and their experiences that open children's eyes. And I say people because it can open your eyes too, of just all the people around the world and just things to consider. So there's one course called the Global Conversation Video Module, and that is 30 videos along with so much support of conversation structure, of having an open mind, really dissecting different situations of how we can look at that, looking at someone else's journey, and then of course enjoying the ride, those small moments in between life that we all have our own. And there's just an optimistic way to understand that the lows are for everybody. We don't all have the same lows, we don't all have the same highs of all of our opportunities. And so especially I say that also just because the world of social media shows a lot of reels and highlights of someone's life, and so children growing up in such a crazy accessible world that everything looks perfect or everything's easy, or that we become quite passive to the world around us. There's so many options of reactions to have to social media, but I hope that I can show you authentically in these courses that we can slow down time to really just be present in our conversations and to follow our own gut instinct, because my compass inside me is different than you. We end up at different places, we talk to different people, we have different interests, and that's all okay. So it's really just setting you up for some practice, some very authentic practice of real world experiences, as well as a lot of flexibility to expand on that. So maybe based on your own experiences as well. So yeah, I just wanted to fill you in on what's going on with Expat Education. There's another course as well besides the Global Conversation video module. There's a meaningful Conversations with Children Blueprint Vocabulary Basics, and that is geared for kindergarten to 4th grade parents and teachers. So this is a great toolkit to help you. This also includes the 30 videos of the Global Conversation videos, so you get a big package deal there of, you know, real world experience along with academic studies. So this is based on my master's thesis and a lot of extensive research after that, but you know, really looking at what a 21st century thinker is. You know, we need to think about global competence, we need to think about integrative learning and skills, and you know, really just analyzing what technology is doing with our child development and those baselines. So yeah, I have put together some courses to empower you. There's no prep, there's no background needed, there's also extra PDFs, and you know, I really just want to support any range of teacher and parent, whether you feel prepared. This will be extra validation of, you know, preparing you with authentic tools, because if you are really prepared, which I'm sure so many of you are, then you know that children need to be able to handle complex conversations because they are given global access. And there's going to be a breaking point of like a test can only get you so far. And we are testing to check comprehension based on, you know, baselines, but also we need to understand that our communication skills and our drive of our resilience and, you know, searching for opportunities, that just can't be measured in a test. That can be encouraged through conversation though. And so I wanted to make this little video to encourage you, like I said, to come along with us. So on the other end of that spectrum of feeling super prepared, there are so many that don't feel prepared and they don't feel educated about, you know, the change that's coming. There's so much in the news, but there's not something that's personal enough. And so this is a really great baseline to empower you to know exactly what, you know, complexity really is in an elementary, starting at elementary level, but then, you know, expanding and preparing for those older grades, because we can imagine there's a lot of burnout, there's a lot of emotional and social complexity as children get older, and they're contacting each other digitally through apps, and yeah, it's just such a different world than when I grew up, or when however old you are when you grow up. We do need to accept change through all of this. So I just wanted to invite you again to join us with Expat Education. I am very passionate about this. I have piloted this with a class of 4th graders when I taught virtually, and it was a huge success, not just from my opinion as an educator who saw insane difference between how they communicated in personal conversation, in their presentation skills, in their general curiosity about everything that we talked about, with their writing ability and with their speaking ability. There's just so many reasons to check in with communication skills. It's literally what we do every day, and if we don't really hyper focus on the opportunities to better express ourselves or to have that self-reflection to understand ourselves better, then we're really missing out on an opportunity to really show the kids the world in a different way, and they're included. So I once again invite you to join us on so many different social media platforms. If you Google us or check us out, Expat Education. And again, my name is Paige. I look forward to checking in with you. We also have live courses, consultation, and coaching opportunities if you are a parent or a teacher who would like, you know, a little bit extra support in what this really looks like for your own situation. I also do live courses with kindergarten to 8th grade. There's a form on our website. Check us out. There's so many opportunities to get involved. Or if you're watching this and you would love to gift your child's teacher, or you know, your neighbors, or it's just a really great gift idea for other parents to start having global conversations. Like, children cannot be in the dark and then be expected to achieve really crazy things that they're not given practice for. So their communication skills is like the only thing that will really stick with them through their whole life with their voice and how that changes and how they get to know themselves, how they express themselves. And there's just so much critical thinking that comes through expressing yourself. So again, look forward to meeting with you and connecting with you with Expat Education. Ciao for now.